Hello everyone, welcome back. We are solving today's lead code question. It's an easy level question. The question is determine if string halves are alike. It's an easy question. You're given string s of even length. Split this string into two equal halves of equal length and let a and b be the first and second half respectively. We say that two strings are alike if there are same number of vowels in both of the parts, and S can contains uppercase and lowercase letter, and we need to return true if A and B are alike, otherwise we need to return false. Let me explain you what the text case is supposed to say. Let's suppose that we have a string something like this book. What we need to do is we need to split this string into two equal parts, that's a BO and OK. If both of these parts have same number of vowels, in this case there is one vowel over here, there is one vowel over here, then we say that this string is, we say that both of the strings are alike and we will return true. Consider this example, textbook. In this, if we divide it in half, we have text on one side, book on the other side. Text has only one vowel, book has two vowels. They do not have, they both of the part have different amount of vowels, so we will return false. Now we need to make sure that we cannot reorder the sequence of the characters, so basically we just need to split it along its midway. Initially what I was trying to do is I was trying to count the number of vowels in the string, and if the amount of vowels was an even number, I was returning true, but that is not the case. In this example we will have four vowels, but because the vowels are distributed unevenly, there is one vowel over here, there is three vowels over here, so this should return false. I think that might be confusing for some people, so I'm just letting you know, guys. We need to just divide it into half and see if both the parts have equal number of vowels or not. It's like a really easy question. Let me code this up in C++. Let me show you how we can do this. Let me open C++. There we go. The problem statement is, let me just move this to this. The problem statement is bool halves are alike. It takes string s and we need to return true or false. It is given that the string is of even length, so it is for sure that we can divide it into two equal size string. We don't need to check that either. I can just maintain two vowels count. Let's say a vowel count, initially it will be 0. I will have a b vowel count, initially this will also be equal to 0. Now in order to check if a character is a vowel or not, I will maintain a vector of characters and I will store all the vowels in here. I will have A, E, I, O and U, as well as, because the string can contain uppercase letters as well, so I will store the uppercase vowels as well, A, E, I, O and U. Now I will iterate for the first half of the string. Let's say the length of the string is n, which is s dot length. I will first iterate for the first half, not this thing. I will iterate for the first half first. For int I is equal to 0, I less than n by 2, I plus plus. The current character will be, let's say, s of I. Current character is s of I, let's suppose. Now I need to find this character in the vowel vector that we have, vowels dot begin, vowels dot end, and this character. Now if I'm finding this thing in the vowel and this corresponds to the last, basically the end of the vowel, that means we were not able to find it. That means that the given character is not a vowel, so I will not increase the vowel count. But if it's not equal to vowel end, that means that we have found it in the vowel vector, so I will increase the vowel count by 1. Now we need to do the same thing for the second half. Just need to make sure that I stands by n by 2 and this goes till n, and everything else remains the same. I just need to make this b vowel count, nothing else, everything remains the same. And in the end I just need to return that whether both of this contains the same amount of vowel or not. So I will just return a vowel count equal to b vowel count. Let's see if this works for some string. First, cout ob dot halves are alike. Let's see for book if it is returning 1 or not, or am I getting some sort of error or not. Okay, it does return 1, so I think this is working fine. Let me copy and paste this on LeetCode and see if we get a successful submission. There we go. Okay, let's hit run. We accepted. Let's submit. and we have a submission. If we talk about the time complexity of our algorithm, we are iterating through the entire string once only, so the time complexity in the end will be O of n. The space complexity, because we are using a vector in our case, that will be O of n as well. Not O of n, to be honest, it will be O of 10. So you can say that this is constant space because this vector will remain static. Or if you don't want to use this vector, you can also use you can also check for individual characters using an if condition. That is also true. So in the end, the time complexity is O of n and the space complexity is O of 1. That's all for today. Thank you guys for watching.